treasure and go. For fiat days to be no more, the crypto sank, then rose once more. Coins were lost, yet we do endure, and still that system did go. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the chain's not cut and the block's not gone. We pirates make our regular call, we're with the captain, the crew and one day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go.
Going on, everyone? Give me about 2 minutes. Alrighty, let's get this thing kicked off. Hopefully everybody's having a good day today. So, yeah, Luna, sorry, I was had to run away for a second, and then now I'm back. So, hopefully everyone's having a good month this month and a good Wednesday. I know I am, even though I'm busy as shit as always. But life moves on. So, first thing I want to talk about today is the halving, which occurred not too long ago, actually several days ago. Yeah, so it was March 30th. Trying to find the exact time, which was at 6:32 p.m. So it was block number 2,333,310. So for those of you who know what that is, it means that the rewards halved. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means that when you're mining R, the block reward, is cut in half. So it's a deflationary, it's deflationary in terms of the amount that's provided per block. And it went from 8R to 4R. So getting down there to close to zero, So over, I think it's approximately every 9 months is when we have. So it's pretty crazy that, quite a few of the people here, including myself, have seen it go from the original, block reward all the way down to this. It's surreal. So just time flies. But the next thing on top of that is the volume for atomic decks for Pirate is increased, which is really good news, specifically because people are starting to utilize decentralized exchanges more and move away from the centralized exchanges. There's a ton of reasons why you should move away from centralized exchanges, but if anybody's noticed the news lately in terms of like Bittrex, they seized all U.S. operations pretty much, and they're closing that down. because of U.S. regulations and laws and all this other crazy shit that's going on. It's really unfortunate, but you know, things happen. I know that Bittrex and a lot of other people are starting to move away from the U.S. in terms of exchange operations and offering those services to U.S. users. So this is what I said a long time ago, which is centralized exchanges will play a part in crypto. However, it's going to be for more of the institutional investors. I've always thought and I've always seen that people are going to be migrating over to decentralized exchanges. So, and that's obviously what's happening, which is fantastic to see. So, um, on top of that, we have the website rebranding, which is almost done. Let me pull in Steve to see if he wants to talk. This is also seen as well. Actually, let me talk about the recent Komodo proposal because since SOCN is actually here, he can dive more into it. So, for those of you who don't know, Komodo is undergoing some potential changes based on some proposals that were put out, one of which would be converting them from proof of work to proof of stake. Another is reducing the block reward. Another is reducing the ARRR percentage. And that affects us in the sense of the notarizations, if I'm understanding correctly. So, hey, what's going on? Going on, Hussein? You want to dive into that a
Hey,
little bit?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing
How's
great.
everyone?
Doing great.
Well, the AUR reduction is not gonna affect Pirates depot because the notarization will continue. So there is no issue for Pirate completely. So the AUR, there was a vote, and I guess majority people voted to reduce it because Komodo team was thinking about this inflationary thing, and they wanted to reduce it. Had a vote passed to reduce. So I guess in the next season, which is around June or sometime in June, there'll be a hard fork and it'll be reduced that time to 0.01%, I believe. And on that time, the Komodo Notary new season will start. So there will be a hard fork or hard update. Basically, it's not a fork because there is no chain split or anything. So that on that time, Pirate will do a fork as well in order to be notarized with the new notary keys. So Pirate will be kept secured. So no concern for Pirate in that regard.
Gotcha. So what brought all this about, anyways, with Komodo?
Well, it looked like the Komodo team figured out that the price is down and Komodo is very inflationary, like 5.1%, or approximately 5.1% active user reward. So it's not being mined or anything. So for holding Komodo in your wallet, people are generating extra funds, which is they found to be few millions. There was a huge talk in Komodo Discord's general channel, and I guess Polycrypto blog was writing things as well, explaining things in there. So the what I have seen from those chats is like basically that the funds that are coming from active user reward and mind blocks. So some people were thinking it has a sell pressure in the market. That's why the price cannot keep up with the thing. I don't want to go into details and stuff because everything is in private Komodo Discord. But that's what I have seen from public point of view.
Gotcha. Okay. So essentially, long story short for everybody, it really won't affect Pirate in any way since, DPAL will continue and things like that, correct?
Oh yeah. There is no concern on that. Even in worst case of scenario, if ever like we are in an apocalyptic something happened with Komodo Depot, Pirate can spin up Depot. There are few of us who knows how it works, and it takes literally an hour to start delete proof of work for Pirate to any other chain that we think we can do, or which will have the highest hash rate. We just need to figure out the details. There is Computer Genie, there is CHMax, there are a few other people who we already are notary nodes. We are operating multiple nodes, so we know how it works. So Pirate don't have to worry like, oh, it'll be left without notarization or delayed proof of work. I mean, it can, if ever, I'm not saying like the time will come, but if ever that time comes when Komodo Depot is gone and not gonna protect Pirate, then Pirate can have his own depot. Just need to think about how to get it done. And it's just a matter of even not few hours, probably even 30 minutes if you have the Pirate chain synced up and and the other chain where you want to send the hash to. I mean, hash means the transaction hash written in the op return. It shouldn't take long.
Awesome. That's good to hear. So it's extremely versatile from what it sounds like. So.
Yeah. And you already have these fastmates in Pirate who knows how Depot works. And we have been running notary nodes for a few years now, probably at least 4 seasons. So even I have spinned up many times these notary node networks, even for the Pirate to have Depot because it's a private chain. So it was me and James who spinned up. Basically, I spinned up all the nodes. James did the work. So we did the test notarization on a different chain, and it didn't take even too long to get it done for Pirate. And I've done like many notary node testing, like test networks by myself many times. So it's not a big issue. Don't worry about this.
Gotcha. Cool. I appreciate the info, buddy.
You're welcome. Any other question for me?
Not for me personally. Does anybody in the community have a question for Hossein while he's here?
No, probably I will say a few other things like people, as Dryad already said, that the volume in atomic DEX has increased. I would say keep using atomic DEX because you hold your private key. No one else has access to it. And this is a great way to swap your coins because people want DEX. It's not exactly same experience as CEX, like you click the buy button or sell button and it's just done. It takes some time, but you have the peace of mind that you are always in the ownership of your coin. No one else has access. In case if any swap fails, you get your funds back, depending on which part of the swap was in the completion? Like there were a few parts. So if you're supposed to get your funds back, you will get it. If you're supposed to get the swap completed, it will get it done. So you generally don't lose any funds and you are always in control. So probably you use it, tell your friends to use it so they don't get scammed by this some CEX. I'm not going to name the CEX that goes, I mean, still users' funds or going bankrupt and creating all these atomic reaction or some the things in the industry, because this is gonna go way worse because every day it's like fungi or mushroom. There is a new scam exchange popping up, luring people into unsuspecting users into these exchanges with the promise of great return, overnight millionaire. Don't believe in this. Just keep using atomic decks and encourage your friends, family who you think can be benefited by having the ownership of their funds by themselves rather than keeping it in CEX.
Yeah, and most of those centralized exchanges just fake all their volume anyways too. So
Yep, wash trading.
wash trading and yeah, all that fun stuff.
And Lutz said one thing today in the Pirate Telegram, like the Pirate wallet has been working very stable for a long time. Can you name any other wallet without issue or been running stable? So that was a great thing he said, and I agree 100% because Pirate is already like complete, feature complete of what it's supposed to do. Still, Ford is adding new features every other day. And he's still working on great other features to implement into it that makes it even better. So if anybody's looking for this feature, that feature, or whether Pirate is complete, Pirate has been feature complete when it was launched. The thing Pirate offered is like privacy and financial freedom. So you have the privacy. It's unmatched basically with any other chain. And the Anon set is literally greater than any other privacy-based coins. So yeah, I have nothing much to say unless anybody has any question. I'll jump up on the stage. Now I am jumping off.
Yeah, appreciate all the info, buddy. All right. So just to answer one of Lutz's questions, he said also if Zcash goes proof of stake, how long will Equihash last? Well, Equihash is their algo, you know, so it's not like it's going to disappear. You know, we don't have to change at all. We can continue using Equihash. The thing is that it actually helps out. Well, it doesn't matter because it actually helps us out if Zcash goes proof of stake. Because where do you think all those miners will start pointing their miners to? Pirate Chain, more than likely. So it'll spread out among it'll either a spread out among evenly among all the other Equihash coins out there, or it'll point made more towards one than the other. In my opinion, it would probably point more towards Pirate Chain. For Equihash, more than likely, yeah. And then the more miners that point toward us, the more secure we become as well. So if Zcash goes proof of stake, that actually helps us out. Because remember, the higher the hash rate overall, and as long as it's even is spread out pretty good to where there's no one that can, overtake the network, more hash rate is always good. But in our case specifically, even if someone has 51% of our network, they have to have 51% of Komodo and Litecoin in order to perform an actual 51% attack on us. So. All right, going back to the website. Um, so Steve actually, he's probably going to be asleep right now, but just some updates on the new website. It's mostly done. Needs better text. Some bugs need to be cleaned up. External images need to be made local. Blogging system needs a few extra options for auto pulling for author bio info and various things like that. So that's something that we're still currently working on in terms of the website. But that should be out this year. Uh, on top of that, we owe after after the U.S. meeting today, the team's going to have a talk about the roadmap and things like that. So that's one of the things that we aim to put out there as well, especially on the new site, the pirate roadmap, so that you guys can understand exactly what we'll be working on and what our goals are and so forth. So that's always important to see. Even though we're feature complete, doesn't matter. We still have goals to achieve and things to do. So always building. So the next thing on my list is the the unfortunate thing that happened over at Polarity. They had a security incident. For those, I mean, we've announced it, they've announced it, and it's been pretty much everywhere. But just to keep everyone up to date on that, basically there was a security incident that happened over at Polarity where some things got compromised and a bunch of funds were stolen from them. The While that is really shitty, the bright side of things is that Pirate wasn't affected, so no Pirate was taken whatsoever, and War, none of that was taken either, because they caught everything in time and shut shit down. So everything is still 1-to-1 with R and War. Now what they're doing is allowing people to withdraw all their pirate chain, things like that, as well as uh, certain other coins and tokens and stuff like that that they have available. So um, what we're going to be looking into doing is having somebody or something or some invisible entity, I'll say, host the bridge for War and R. This way, people can go back and forth again, and then basically have it automated to where there's very little, if not zero, maintenance that needs to be done to it. It's just essentially like support, like there was on Polarity. So there is a bunch of stuff that needs to happen for that to work. That's stuff that I'm personally looking into, as well as speaking with the Polarity team on, and so forth. So I'll keep you guys updated on that in terms of when we expect those bridges to be available and running again. So now another thing too is that in terms of I've seen a lot of questions on the casino that was built, and in terms of depositing and stuff like that. So because of the bridge being down, that's why deposits aren't working on there. But the cost to actually operate it for everyone is not cheap. And considering there's only maybe a couple people that actually play once in a blue moon, it's getting to the point where it's so costly to run versus with little usage that it doesn't even really make sense to have running. Just because server costs and all this other stuff and support and things like that. So from what it looks like, the right thing to do would be to just kind of shut it down And if we end up doing that, users' funds are safe. All they have to do is, import their keys to their Polarity account or whatever, and then just, withdraw their funds that way. So there will be more discussions on it, but it's just as of right now, that's how it's going to be looking. But we'll keep communication open with you guys and everything in terms of how things are going, what we're planning on doing, get your input on everything as well. So on a actual bright side of things, the hardware wallet is officially for sale and is being shipped and everything. So if you go to the link that was posted in the meeting chat, it is barter.com/add/detail/pirate-chain-hardware-wallet. If you go there, you can actually order the hardware wallet, and it will be shipped as soon as you order it or soon after. So, because I've seen some people actually have it, and it's freaking awesome. So, actually, Cax, you might do we? I don't think we actually posted that in the announcements. I think we should make that an announcement. So. Aside from that, I think that pretty much covers everything. Is there anything that I missed, Cax? Cool. Anybody got any questions, comments, anything before we go? Oh, doesn't look like there's any questions. Let me check the other chat just in case. Any new ideas or thoughts on how to automate a pools function or eliminate mining pools completely? I mean, you could solo mine, but that's it. But there's nothing inherently bad about pool mining, so. But, all right, well, appreciate everybody coming, and the U.S. meeting will be held in, I think, 4 hours. So for those of you who want to show up to that, we'll be talking about the same stuff. But if you end up having questions between now and then, you could always ask during the U.S. meeting. So thank you all for coming. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you all later.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of that ship was privacy. The winds blew hard and fear dipped down below me, crypto boys blow. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto golden rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. She'd not been but 2 years from shore when her value it began to soar. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take those bankers in tow. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto golden rum. One day when the system is done, done, we'll take our treasure and go. Da, na, 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 la, 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 la. Before the road had hit the water, bankers came but never caught her. All in sync, we hid and fought, and then they began to know. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. No chain was cut, no block was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the pirates' creed and took those bankers in tow. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. For feared days to be no more, the crypto sank, then rose once more. Coins were lost, yet we do endure, and still that system did go. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the chain's not cut and the block's not gone. We pirates make our regular call, we're with the captain, the crew and all. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go.